So I'm in the airport terminal at Pearson getting ready to fly home. And my friend James Covey is also in the terminal. He's flying back to Halifax. And we were sitting there trying to digest what's gone on. And it's really hard to find the words to express how crazy this has been, how kind of overwhelming, but also not sound cliche.
Goal! Alfonso Davies, are you kidding me? It's in! Atiba, it had to be! Buchanan! This time he gets his goal! BMO Field has come alive again! Get in Canada!
Hello, everyone. Kyle Watson here, back with another episode of Canada's Road to Qatar. I'm here with Voyager Rob NOTENBOOM after a fantastic 2-0 victory over the United States. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing just fine. I'm still kind of in a state of euphoria. It's been quite a 48 hours, let me tell you. I still don't understand this world we're living in, but it's a different world than I'm used to.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to that as, I'm pretty young, but how does it feel to beat the United States? We haven't beat them in World Cup qualifying since the 80s. You've been a fan of this team for a long, long time. So I can only imagine sort of the thoughts going through your head right now.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's really hard to articulate it. It's a special time. This is a special group of players, a special coaching situation, and they're on a special run. And they're just sweeping us all up in it. Like, these guys deserve so much credit for what they've done. Now, having said that, they're not officially qualified, but they just go out there and they put it together so well every game. It's very difficult to see them not continuing to do that and just be qualified in the very near future. So yeah, it's outrageous. And they're raising the profile of games so well. I have friends who have never watched a soccer game, do not care about soccer. And then they, if I start talking about it when we're out for a beer or something, they've never really wanted to talk about it. They kind of tease me about being so singularly focused on this. They're all watching the games. I messaged a buddy of mine and I said, "Oh, hey, did you see the result?" And he's like, "What do you mean see the result? I watched the whole game. I've watched the last 5 games." I'm like, "What?" So it's I think a lot of long-suffering fans are very happy, but they're also quite bewildered because it's just been such a fast change. Like, this time last year, we were not talking like this, and it was not the same world. We're in a different world now than we were in 12 months ago, easily.
You mentioned not being able to put it into words or not being able to describe how this team is playing without it sounding cliche. I resonate with that completely. Going into this game, I don't know what it was, but I just said, we're going to win this game. I mean, the way Herdman has the boys playing, Borjan has been a rock. I'm confident, and every single one of our defenders on the pitch has looked good. Alistair Johnson had a masterclass in defense. And it's easy to say this, and everyone's going to be talking about it, but we did this without Alfonso Davies or Stefan Eustáquio.
I know.
Kyle Larin has been deadly as ever, and even Jonathan David looked good in build-up, but he didn't score. This was a win, not by our superstars, and I think that's what makes me so much more confident going into these games, is that every single player on that pitch I know can have an impact.
Last year at this time, I was saying, and I'm sure lots of other people were saying, that geez, our defense, that's where our weaknesses are. That's our strength right now. Like, it's just incredible. We've conceded 5 goals in 10 games, 10 World Cup qualifying games. We've conceded 10 goals and there's 5 goals. And in those 10 games, 4 of those games were against the US and Mexico.
So we've talked about the team and we've talked about the soccer side of things, but I want to know, how was the experience as a Voyager and setting everything up, and how do you think it all turned out?
I really have to say, a lot of people contributed to what went on. we in the kind of I don't know what you call it, our organization or the leadership side of things, we took some steps, especially starting with the Panama game, to get people out and greet the bus. This was a bus greeting like I've never seen before, right? I said to a friend, it looks like it was a war zone, but a war zone combined with like a 12-year-old's birthday party. We got word from some of the Canada soccer folks that the players and were really appreciative of all that. And I think you probably heard Herdman talking about how he felt like he was in a soccer country.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we wanted to try and bring. But I mean, it's important to acknowledge that tons and tons of people contributed. People went out to party stores and bought stuff. People went out and got the smoke and made sure it was there. People were there to lead the chants. People showed up early instead of trying to go to the pub. So the experience was both exhilarating, and I think we felt a certain sense of pride from a job well done. It was really fantastic. Like, everything was lights out.